When you roll into the operating room for surgery, I guarantee you will not notice this machine behind me, but this is the machine that is going to breathe for you and keep you under general anesthesia during surgery. I'm gonna show you how it works very simply. Before I show you the anesthesia machine, I wanna show you this. This is called a McGrath video laryngoscope, and we use it to intubate people, and it's a very, very handy piece of equipment. I'm gonna turn it on, and you're gonna see this light come on right there, and I can now see through my camera, let me show you. I can now see through my camera what is at the very end of that blade. We use this piece of equipment to intubate people with a breathing tube. This is an actual breathing tube, and I put in several of these on my patients today. All right, let's get to the anesthesia machine. So this right here is called a sevoflurane vaporizer. It's gonna turn liquid sevoflurane into a vapor, and it's gonna send it all the way through this breathing circuit to the very end, and then your breathing tube will be attached right here. It goes down into your lungs, it crosses through the capillaries into your bloodstream, and this vapor goes right to your brain and keeps you under general anesthesia. That's how it works. A couple things about the anesthesia machine. There's a switch back here, and when we have it thrown over here, this means that this green bag is engaged and working, and we can manually breathe for you by squeezing this bag, and we can adjust the pressure inside the breathing circuit with this valve right here called the APL valve. Now, if we want to turn on the ventilator and have it do the breathing for you, all we got to do is throw this switch right there, and now the ventilator is on, and there's a ton of fancy settings on how we can program this ventilator to breathe for you. When the ventilator on our anesthesia machine is breathing for you, we do not want you to rebreathe the CO2 that you exhale. So we got this fancy little thing down here. This is called soda lime, and it will absorb the CO2 that you are breathing so that you do not rebreathe it. If we don't want to use a breathing tube for a particular case, there's another device called an LMA, which stands for laryngeal mask airway, that we can use. This goes down around your tongue and sits in the hypopharynx area, and it is also used to deliver oxygen and this same anesthesia gas to keep you under general anesthesia. This is a couple of LMAs, different styles. And of course, we have our suction yonker here that is always ready to go at any given moment. We do a lot of surgical cases where the only thing we actually use on this machine is this little knob here to turn on the oxygen, and that will deliver oxygen to you through one of these masks or through a nasal cannula like this. And instead of using this gas sevoflurane to keep you under general anesthesia, we will use a multitude of different medications that we have access to in these drawers here to keep you under varying levels of sedation depending on what your surgery is. So there is a very quick and simple tour of the anesthesia machine. I promise you, you won't even notice it when you come into the operating room, but I figure some people out there have got to be curious about this.